Does this sound familiar? You're updating your Brightspace course site, and all that's left is to add your syllabus. Should be easy. You have last year's document, and it just needs a few updates. Except when you finally look for it, it hits you. Wait, where is my file? It's a common question, and the answer depends on where you saved it, or if someone sent it to you. There are three common places where a file might live: your computer, your Google Drive, or your Gmail. Let's check each one. Let's start with your computer. When a file is saved on your laptop, it's stored on the machine's hard drive. This is called local storage. Local because the file exists right here on this specific device. That means you don't need an internet connection to access your files, and working with large files will be faster. But it also means the file is only on this machine. If you switch to another computer, the file won't be there. Your computer organizes files into a file system, a hierarchy of nested folders. A folder can contain files and other folders. This branching structure is incredibly powerful, making it possible to find what you need among the millions of files in a modern computer system. Everything that belongs to you lives under your home directory, which contains standard folders like desktop, documents, downloads, pictures, and more. We access local files through the Finder on a Mac or File Explorer on a PC. When you first open it, you might just see a list of recents, which can be confusing because it doesn't show you where the files actually live. To really navigate your local storage, you need to find your home directory. On a Mac, look for the house icon with your account name in the sidebar. On Windows, it will be your user profile folder. Whichever operating system you use, this reveals your home folder, which is the file system on your computer's hard drive for your user account. Your home folder holds your primary subfolders, such as desktop, documents, and downloads. You probably already use these, but operating systems don't always make it clear how they relate to the rest of the file system. Navigating these specific folders prevents files from getting lost in the recents pile. The downloads folder is especially important. It's where files you save from the internet land by default. If you recently downloaded something, that's the first place to look. If the downloads folder has a lot of files, try sorting by date added or date modified to put the most recent files at the top. And a quick tip: always give your files clear descriptive names so you can recognize them later. You can rename a file by clicking once to select it, clicking again to make the file name editable, and typing your new name. Proper organization is the best way to make sure you can find your files, but if you're really stumped, you can search for them. On Mac OS, use Spotlight by clicking the magnifying glass icon or pressing Command Space. And on Windows, use the search bar located in the Start menu or taskbar. Type the name of the file you're looking for. If your file isn't on your computer, it might be in Google Drive. Google Drive is an example of cloud storage. Instead of living on your hard drive, your files are stored on Google servers. Cloud storage is the opposite of local. You can access your files from any device, but you need an internet connection to do so. You'll access Drive through your web browser by visiting drive.google.com. When you open Drive, pay attention to the account you're using in the upper right corner of the page. You can have multiple Google accounts, such as an NYU and a personal account, and if you're using the wrong one, it will affect the files you have available. Click My Drive in the left sidebar. This is your personal file space. Think of it as the cloud equivalent of your home directory. Just like your computer, Drive uses folders to organize files. You'll click through folders to find what you need. For example, teaching, then courses, then your course name. If you're not sure where a file is, Drive has a powerful search bar at the top of the page. You can search by file name, file type, or even words inside of a document. This works best when you have clear, descriptive file names, so good naming habits pay off here too. Sometimes you'll need to download a file from cloud storage to your local storage, so you can edit it or move it to another platform. Other times, you may need to upload a file from local storage to your cloud storage so you can share it with others. Unless you've installed software to sync these locations, this normally results in 2 copies of your file, one in each location. This can make things confusing if you lose track of which version is more recent. It helps to have rules about which version will be your main one. Or, if you're permanently relocating a file, delete the old version once you've made sure the copy is complete. There's one more place your file might be hiding: your email. If someone sends you a file as an attachment in Gmail, it's sitting right there in the message, but it's not on your computer or in Google Drive, at least not yet. It's stored on Google's email servers, which is another form of cloud storage. When you hover over an attachment in Gmail, you'll see two key options. The download icon saves the file to your computer, usually the downloads folder, so that's moving it to local storage. The drive icon copies the attached file directly to your Google Drive. This keeps the file in cloud storage, accessible from any device, but now you can organize it in Drive. If you access email with a dedicated program like Outlook, then downloading files to local storage might be your only option. Either way, you're moving the file from your email, which is meant for temporary communication, into a place where you can find it and access it long term. So the next time you're wondering, where is my file, check these three places. Your computer for anything you've downloaded or saved locally. Your Google Drive for documents you've created and stored in the cloud. And your Gmail for files that arrived as email attachments. If you want to learn more, NYU offers a lot of valuable courses through LinkedIn Learning. Search for Essential Training for your operating system or for Google Drive. If you want to learn more about managing your Google Drive at Stern, you can check out our workshop, Google Drive 101. Keep these concepts in mind, and you should be able to find your files when you need them most.